Good morning, Mom COEs. How are you doing this morning? It is Wednesday and we are together again. Hopefully, if you join in here on a replay, go ahead and hit replay. If you are going to be watching live, just make sure you wave and let me know you're on. But wow, parenting is tough stuff sometimes, you know? This past week, I've watched my kids make choices, and it can be rewarding when they make really, really good choices, or it can be challenging to watch them fail a little bit. And sometimes when they fail, it's hard not to step in. It's hard not to say, "Oh, I want to rescue them on that." But I don't do that all the time. Obviously, if it's a safety issue, I'm going to step in. But if it's a choice where the natural consequence will be more effective than me saying something or giving them a consequence, I try and let that play out a little bit, and it's tough. So my one child, she has had an assignment that she had all Christmas break to work on, and it's due in 2 days, and she's only halfway done. And I encouraged over the break that, you know, if you do this for about 20 minutes every day, you'll probably be done at the break, and then you won't have to worry about it. And she kind of started that a little bit, but then, you know, she wanted to watch a movie, and then she wanted to read a book, and things just kind of got the best of her. Good morning, Belissa. Thanks for tuning in. So now this assignment is due in 2 days, and she's had 3-4 weeks to do it, and she's panicking. She's blaming that she doesn't have the right supplies for it, but she has all the supplies she needs, and she's blaming the fact that the teacher, didn't give enough time. And so I had to talk to her this morning about how she should not be making excuses, that she has had ample time, that there hasn't been any discussion of not having any of the supplies prior to today, and she's been working on the project with the supplies that she's had, and they've been sufficient. So watching her kind of suffer through that and panic like she might not get this assignment done is a challenge for me, because she is a very good student and she works hard and she has to study, but she did not use her time wisely. And now the natural consequence of that, either having to rush and work on this assignment a lot of hours tonight and tomorrow to get it done, or not being able to turn in a completed assignment, is going to influence her decisions, I think, in the future. Having said that, it's also rewarding to watch them make really good choices. In fact, even just last night, I was at a meeting and they made very, very good choices, and being patient and making good decisions with their time and bringing activities to do so that they were occupied while I had this meeting. And people commented on that, and they said, "Wow, your kids really did a great job waiting." It was an hour and 15-minute meeting. And good morning, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. And they practiced very good patience. They practiced good time management. They brought, things to do in terms of reading and coloring and homework, and they completed those items and didn't complain. And I just felt like that they were making very good choices. They planned ahead. They knew what they needed to do. I talked with them a little bit about what I thought was going to happen and how long the meeting was, and they were ready to go on time, and they were ready to leave on time. So meaning they were ready to go to the meeting so that we got there, and then they were ready to leave the meeting without, delay. So it's rewarding to watch kids grow and make choices. And it's important for us to let them grow and have that. Last Saturday, if you follow my personal profile at all on Facebook, you saw that my youngest daughter, she made, let's see if I get this right, she made chocolate chip cookie dough mini cupcakes. Almost all by herself. And so that was a big deal. Excuse me. My voice here might be giving out. That was a big deal because she read the instructions. She followed line by line. She needed a little bit help with reaching some things that were too high for her. And then, of course, putting the cupcakes into the oven. But she did a lot of it on her own, and she made really good choices. And yes, she took a lot longer than I would have taken to make that batter. I probably could have had that batter done in about 15, 20 minutes, and it was going on about 45 minutes. In fact, I did have to step in at the end to put the batter in the cupcakes. Otherwise, we wouldn't have made it in to cheer on time because the cupcakes would have been in the oven. But it was just really neat to watch her process through getting all the supplies out, the items needed, or the ingredients out, getting the spoon out, starting the mixer, and just really going step by step. And it was neat to watch her work through that for the first time really by herself. And then I had to really work hard to step back and give her the freedom to do that. And I think that's the hardest part sometimes about being a mom. Like, we're so used to being the chief of everything, right? And we're so used to doing multiple things at one time or having multiple things happening. Like, we might be cooking, we might be doing the laundry and getting loads and changing loads of laundry in between the dinner cooking or in between making lunches for the school day. And we're doing all these things, and we don't really slow down to think about the step-by-step process. So when our kids try and do that and they haven't done it before, it's really hard for us to step back and watch them have to process through. And sometimes that's exactly what we have to do so they can learn. We have to teach them the step-by-step process. Then we have to watch them do it. And then we have to let them have the freedom to do it and be okay if they make mistakes. Or they might make a mistake that ends up being a way to do it better. So just being open to that, being challenged and being patient and watching them learn and watching them grow. Does anybody else have to work through this? Because sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm on a desert. I feel like I'm on an island. Like, is anybody else struggling with this? Because it's hard to sit back and watch. It's hard to sit back and see them process through. It's hard to see them fail and then have the natural consequence. But it's so cool when they make the right choices and you think, oh, either I did something right or some other people in their life did something right, and it helped them do the right thing. So I just offer this, that if you are struggling with watching your kids make choices, you are not alone. I am completely with you. I feel your pain and having to step back and let them learn. And I also celebrate and am jubilant with you as you watch your kids make awesome choices and see the benefits of that too. Good morning, Randy. Thanks a lot for coming on. So I just challenge you today, I guess, to step back a little bit. Are you hovering when they need a little bit more freedom? Are you stepping in too soon and not allowing them to be able to process through and think through something? Are you celebrating their win when they do something really, really well? It's important to do both, because a lot of times, we focus on the negativity. We focus on the things that we can't do, and we forget that we wouldn't want that all the time. Like, we want to be patted on the back too. We want to be thanked, and we want people to celebrate with us. So a lot of times I feel like kids, especially, they hear all the criticism that we might have. They hear all the constructive feedback that we might be giving, but they don't always hear as clearly when we're telling them they're doing the right thing. And to reward them with praise can go a long way, because in the midst of the noise and all the criticism they might be getting from their friends, or the grades that they might be getting from teachers, they need to hear a voice of influence saying, "Job well done. Way to go. That was a great decision. I'm so proud of you." Sometimes the negative comments speak so loud and we don't hear any of the positive. But when we say the positive and they hear that over and over and over and over again, I think that can make a big difference in the choices they make for the future. Thanks a lot, ladies, for tuning in. If you watch this on the replay, go ahead and hit replay. If anybody else is struggling with watching their kids make choices, please go ahead and make a comment in the feed below. I want to hear from you. Good morning, Ann. Thanks for tuning in. I want to hear from each and every one of you. What's your struggle with parenting? How do you watch your kids go through the process of making decisions? What is your secret sauce, so to speak? I'm willing to learn. I'm open to ideas, and I'm sure any other mom in this group would be excited to hear what other people are doing too. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your day. Give a great day. Take care.